on the internet. Oh my god. Well, I mean,
this is gonna go great tonight.
oh, I know, right? Yeah.
We're all top of our game.
No? Yeah, I'm glad to see everyone is alive and healthy and all that jazz. That's all good stuff.
I'm actually undead.
Well, I don't have a snappy comeback. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Depending on how this day goes, you may actually be.
Well, yeah, there it is.
Tired.
Hey.
Hey.
Right on. So, who's got the question for this week?
Did someone volunteer, or did we forget that part again?
We always seem to forget. We like to do it, but we always forget.
Yeah, we love doing it, but we're bad at assigning it to ourselves.
Who hasn't gone in a while?
I could do it, but my questions are always stupid because it's Brad.
That's fantastic. Let's go with stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, give me a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Processing.
That's the best Brad opening.
Yeah.
What is the sound of one Brad thinking?
Oh, no.
I have one that's a little more complex.
I've got one that's
let's hear it.
simple. My concern was I think I thought of like 3 questions that have already been asked. If you have a cerebral one, we can go for that.
What do you love? What do you hate? And what do you fear?
Oh man,
that's like 3 questions in one, bro.
There's semicolons involved, Brad. If you'd gone to Brad College, you would know how to do that. Or Brad College? Brad College.
Brad did go to Brad College. That's the problem.
Brad College is a party school.
Oh man. All right, who's going first? Andrew, is your question? You go first.
I go first? Well, I hate when my hair isn't right. I love when my hair is perfect. And I fear strong winds that would mess up my hair.
Awesome.
Hey, bro. Is your hair like a metaphor?
For awesome.
Whoa.
No, to answer this seriously, I love my party members. I fear losing someone or making a decision that would get someone hurt. I don't know what I hate anymore now that I like Brad better.
Thanks, bro.
You're mildly welcome. So, Thirkir, how about you? What do you love, hate, fear?
Thirkir loves the thrill of the hunt. There's nothing better than fighting a strong opponent and being victorious. Thirkir fears not surviving. Thirkir must survive at all costs. And
hate.
What was the other question? Oh,
hate.
What does I hate? I hate cooked food. It's the worst. It's like you ruined something perfectly good.
Our resident sushi expert.
Yes.
How about you, oldest friend Alvin?
Well, Andrew, my friend, I would say that I love the way the evening feels under a full moon. I hate injustice, and I fear when Zarek wants to try a new recipe.
Excellent, excellent. Snow. Love, hate, fear.
Well, First of all, I love being me.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh my god.
That is good.
I hate generally almost all of the bad guys we've met along the way. And I fear of all the horrible, gross places we're going to be visiting as this adventure continues.
Understandable. Brad, love, hate, fear.
So like Brad like super loves the sound of a peaceful heart. That is like all is well in the world, and like yeah, especially if it's like the heart of a cute babe. Those are the best. Brad hates the bloodshed of the innocent. That is unacceptable and like the worst. Brad's fear is that he'll never really find his true purpose,
Oh.
his destiny. Yeah.
Destiny. Yes. What is your destiny? We might find out really
Right?
soon. Tyrael,
Oh my god.
love, hate, fear.
So, just from a more meta perspective, I love like how this party is just an absolute wild conglomerate. Like we really don't have one thing that's too similar to the others. I, as a character, hate that we messed up in Cliffnall, and I fear failing another unicorn.
And Soot. Oh, I hesitate to ask this. What do you love? What do you hate? What do you fear?
Well, I don't hate anything. I don't, like, what could be bad? And I love hanging out with the Oddlot. It's like it's so much fun stuff happens and things are so funny. And I'm afraid of. I guess I'm afraid that this won't end.
Oh, bro! Brad so thought you were gonna say books for that last one.
No, I hope it ends. You know.
Okay. Is there an NPC you want to hear from?
Well, since it's me, yeah, I guess I would ask Esmeralda.
Fair enough. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. What was it? Love, hate, fear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Esmeralda, I fear I missed my chance with Ander. Oh.
Just not about that story. It's fear of many women.
Yeah. I do love honor, and though it's a bit different these days, now my honor is more about acquiring treasure and doing good rather than leading armies. And I hate Tuzard.
I forgot what happened between them.
Why?
Oh no, we don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
You don't
we
know.
went off adventuring together. That's right.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Do you know, Calvin?
No, but it makes sense to me. It's like he can be a bit much sometimes, you know.
Ned kind of kept him in line.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we are.
Maybe a bit much in that he's not much of anything at all. You know, like he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
evolving.
yeah, so that was just a. I've been thinking a lot about that crew. So
There's a one shot waiting to happen.
there is. Yes, it is. All right, so we ready to get going?
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's put on the hat. Right on. So last time, after acquiring your apparatus of Meehan and taking it for a test run, you let's see, you had a nice conversation with a new crew member in the form of Mr. Bricks, who is now your awakened basilisk, who has got this kind of British accent, so to speak, and is much more aware of things and smarter than even some of the people out of you guys, unfortunately. And so he is around. Then there was some discussion of where to go for the water decor to the basin of beginning and the best way to get there. It also came out that Zane, whom Tyrael did use a sending stone on, had a relationship with a Merid down below the waters, that is in the basin of beginning. In transit to the last and final unicorn, Soot managed to scry and saw the last unicorn. Its body desiccated and decaying. You see part of its horse face with just a series of bones and teeth. And it's likewise part of its tail, almost like a seahorsey kind of tail with a little flipper thing, was rotting and decaying as well. And out from the shadows emerged a very large beast, almost dragon-like in its form. It comes out as a biped, but with these long, kind of really crooked arms and these fins up on its upper shoulders and the upper arms. It looks at Soot, kind of gives a half smile and just says, "Good." But as you guys descend into the basin of beginning with the apparatus and you're submersible, you crash down in the water as you saw the face of Gaia. And now you know why it's called the Tears of Gaia. That it looks like there's a face with the waterfall coming out through her eyes, is pouring down her face, and you descend into the water, and which is not too colorful, but murky and green. And at the bottom, you see these two large sculpted hands. Then you see a quick motion, and this large face look up, and these two eyes crackle with lightning. And that's where we're going to pick up. Oddlot, what do you do?
Two eyes crackling with lightning.
First off, just in case, Snow is going to cast water breathing on everybody in here. No sense in not having a
failsafe.
Yes.
Good call.
Okay.
So I think
It's up to 10 willing creatures, so everybody and Zarek.
Awesome. I think Alvin might try and take like a hard left, like do a little bit of a maneuver.
Okay.
On it, because you said it popped up right in front of us.
Well, like you come down below it, and it's off to the right, over here, kind of, and it's popped up over, to a different side of you. It's not.
All right.
Maybe about 100 feet away.
All right. Well, I'm gonna maneuver to the left a little bit. I don't want to get too close to it yet until the Oddlot gets our game plan together.
Okay. And is anybody looking at the entity?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Okay, those of you, let's see. Andrew, make a perception check for me.
Okay. That's just my perception, right? It's not the mechanical dragons.
Yeah, just yours.
Well, it was really pretty good. 21.
21. Okay. So from underneath, like as you're looking through the murk and the sort of emeraldy water, you see bubbles rising from its mouth and kind of a water shifting as it's seems to be speaking, but you almost see its voice travel in ripples through the water, and it gets towards you. You hear it resonate against this the mechanical dragon, and to you, it's kind of faint because it's kind of lost a lot of its volume and power. But when it hits the hull of your submersible, you hear the faint dragon. I hate dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I should ask you this first. Do you speak? No, never mind. Says it in common. Let's just go that way. Just says it in common.
Okay. While so I'm in the communications center there. So it says, according to the notes I have, while in communications hub, I have limited telepathy and may contact one creature outside to
Yes.
communicate with them.
Yes.
So I would like to send the message: we're not a real dragon. We're just passing through. We don't mean you any harm.
Make a persuasion check.
I made it. No,
Mhm.
27.
Okay. So I want to get some music. As you are, you speak to this, it kind of looks. Prove it. It responds back.
I will prove it by not attacking you.
Just okay. Interesting. The eyes kind of crackle. I need to test this, and there's like a sort of swirl, and you see this like this quick movement, and there's a lightning javelin that forms underwater, and just the entity hurls it through the water at the mechanical dragon. Just-
Now,
let's see. So that means you get. Ah. Okay. So as you feel the apparatus shake and quiver, part of it, the electricity crackling through some of the lower portions of it, it takes a bit of damage. What do you do?
okay.
I start repairing it.
Okay. Yeah,
Guys,
so
I'm in contact with this thing. I'm trying to convince it that we mean it no harm, but it's testing us in a rather unique way, if I don't mind saying myself, in that it's trying to hurt us to see if we're going to fight back, I guess. I'm open to suggestions.
Well, it attacked us. Ask him if that was good enough.
Okay. So, Mr. Electric Thingy, we're not fighting back. That was kind of rude. We are very much into self-defense, but as long as you're satisfied, we will be on our way.
It's Ms. It's not Mr.
Oh, well, of course it is. You're a lovely electrical thing. May I ask what you are? I'm new to these parts.
And the form stands up from the hands, and you see these long, lithe, almost sea blue, like a bluish, purplish arms, kind of just swim forward, and you see this long hair flow backwards with these two large braids go all the way back. It's the form of a giant, and it swims. You know, she reaches out doing the front crawl, and she stops maybe 50 feet away, 60 feet away, and she is wearing like a leather green robes, all that kind of flow all the way down, cinched around her knees and her ankles, and she's not wearing any boots or anything, and she's sort of rests there, puts her arms out. You see this storm-like energy crackling between her fingers, and she looks at it more carefully. She goes, "Indeed, you are not a dragon. Better safe than sorry." Anyway, so if you are saying you are passing through and you'll be on your way.
Yeah. We were just on our way to was it Merritt, guys? What was it, Merritt? Was that the Country Keep? Country Garden? I don't.
Yes, the Marid's lair.
Yeah, we were looking for the Merritt's lair. Something about a country garden, and Pearlescent Gates, that kind of thing. Could you point us in the right direction?
Oh, what business have you there? Are you sure it's not exactly safe?
Well, we're used to not exactly safe. I mean, we just like you hit us with an electrical bolt.
You see, like her kind of half smirk at you. Well, you need to head pretty much south, past the whirlpool, and you can't miss it. It's a very lavish home for him. His name is Imai the Ancient. And I'll put that in the chat so you know how to spell it. Imai. And he has been here probably longer than he should be. But I've tolerated him and his presence simply because he's usually not harmed, but he does collect interesting things.
Well, thank you. Oh, and may I inquire your name, miss?
My name is Tedra. Tedra Uthamorn.
You are a sea giant?
You could say that. Technically, I often feel more at home in the clouds, among the storms raging above the land. But underwater suits me too in these uncertain times.
Do I recognize her as a cloud giant now that she said that?
Not a cloud giant at all.
Oh, okay.
You do recognize her as a storm giant.
Storm giant, yeah. Storm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've been up in the clouds too. We get all around. Well.
Oh, do we? Well, it is nice to experience that freedom.
Oh, are you not free?
Oh no, I am free, but it is my obligation to examine the signs, to read the portents, and see what the future holds.
Indeed. The future, you say? Well, that might be interesting. How does one get a reading on the future?
Oh, I'm not at liberty to discuss my methodology with you, nor would you understand. It is actually a closely guarded family secret, truly.
Well, true. I am of limited intellect. However, we do seek and we do fear for the safety of a particular sea unicorn. We've heard some bad things.
What have you heard?
Well, that she may be undead, and there's a large sea monster near her.
She looks kind of quizzically at you a second. You see the storm kind of in her eyes, raging a bit more. Yes, that is accurate.
Is this all happening in Andrew's head?
Like we don't know what's going on. All
I'll
of
say
us
I'm
currently?
saying it out loud for the benefit of you guys, but you can't hear her responses.
It's projecting out, right, from the dragon.
Well, it's
We can
telepathy.
hear. Oh, it's telepathy.
Yeah, it's telepathy.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do see the storm giant through the portholes, and you see that she is, conversing in a non-threatening way now. But you do clearly see that it is a storm giant floating above you or floating in front of you, whose energy is still a storm energy is still crackling over her hands and upper shoulders and stuff like that.
Anybody got a question? Or?
See, I told you this is how you got to deal with things. You just make friends with the monsters that come at you.
Find out if she's allies with the cloud giants, since she's been up there.
I don't think they necessarily get along. I mean, there's the ordering. We know about that. Can I make a history check on that?
Sure.
Did you tell us?
Ooh, wow.
Tell us that she reads
21.
the future.
Yeah, she says she can see the future, guys, but I don't know how forthcoming she'll be with that.
So, storm giants and cloud giants typically can be on good terms. It mostly depends upon the cloud giant personality, because some tend to be not good. While the good ones are on good, obviously are on good terms with the storm giants. So it's kind of like 50-50.
Yeah. So yeah, you all know that now. I'd relay that to you.
Well, if she's on good terms with them, maybe us going through the ordering might convince her to help us, maybe, with the big sea monster god thing.
Fair point, Snow. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Like also, like Brad learned all his clerical skills from Cloud Giants, so like I'm pretty in quote unquote.
Brad, you're in the ordering.
But I know the stuff. I don't know, the ordering.
Gotcha.
Fancy hand wiggles, giant. Like he can speak giant, and he did get a couple levels of cleric.
That's right.
Can you see if she'll tell our future for us?
Personally, Soot, I tend to try to avoid that question. I don't want to know, but
it's gonna happen anyway.
But does us knowing the future affect the future and therefore change it?
I agree with Brad, surprisingly.
That seems dumb. Why
Or
would it change
what
it? If it's
what
really
if knowing it and not
future?
being able to change it changes it?
You guys ask weird questions.
Look, I got a giant on the line. Anybody think so, Hedra, we in this mechanical apparatus. There are many of us in here.
And you see she gets closer, and you see her large eyes start to peer in through the portholes, and her eyes almost like seashells crusted on her eyelashes, and her skin is almost got it's a nice sheen to it, but it's definitely she's older. And she peers in her giant aqua eyes. You see very clearly.
Brad, she's older. She's all yours.
Brad winks at her. For sure.
At least see if she sees
Gives
it.
her a little jaunty wink.
Nope, sorry, it doesn't see it.
Oh,
for the best.
I am a little tiny in the back. It's fair.
Yeah.
Aw.
She pulls out her large hands. She starts to examine parts of the ship.
I giggle. Ridiculous in here. Tedra, we've been through the ordering actually, or we've participated within it. We've been to the Frostfell. We freed some what do you call them? Ice giants, frost giants from some maniacal plans and a desire to overthrow the ordning. We've been to the clouds. We've seen cloud giants. I don't know. I can't remember if we've seen storm giants, but yeah, we have some. We've been to Clunas, the cloud city, cloud giant city, not the one with Lando, the one with giants.
And you see Tedra kind of swim up on top of the submersible, and she knows it's telepathy, so she's speaking through it to you. And she goes, "Is that so? I wonder how my old friends are. They were a happy couple. I wonder if they're still together."
Not as much as they could be. No.
And you see her there. She swims and she spins around to the front. Her face gets real close to the hull where she knows you're speaking. Explain.
I don't remember names, but yeah, the wife was actually in on the plot to overthrow the ordning, and they were trying to bring back this like really hideous undead giant thing with like I don't know, like 3 legs or I don't know. My memory's a little. I've been hitting the head a lot. I'm an adventurer, so you have to forgive me if the details are a little vague. I don't have my journal handy.
Yes, he was tainted with ogre blood, as I recall, and extra heads and appendages.
Oh yeah, he was tainted with ogre blood, and I think there were trolls involved somehow, and it's pretty hideous.
And she turned out to be a devil, or something.
Oh yeah, and his wife turned out to be a devil. So I'm sorry to bring that to you, and so sort of clumsily.
Well, it is unfortunate that Anum's sons and daughters have fallen so far from the mark. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Perhaps it is another sign of what is to come.
What is to come, yes. Speaking of, I mentioned we were here about the seahorse, and we've actually saved a few of them. It appears that we're too late in this case. Not really our fault. We were way late for about 2 years in a pocket dimension by a sphinx. Long story. So I think we're probably going to need some help putting things right. Would you, my dear, be up for such a task?
I am not one to involve myself in the machinations of the smaller mortals. If there is a job that I must do, it is to be attentive to new information and new signs, so I can prepare for the falling out of the giants and for the ascension of the dragons.
So you think that's inevitable?
It's... Hold on, I gotta make a check.
She's saying something about the giants falling and the dragons coming up, guys.
Okay.
We're trying to stop that.
It is... It is seeming more and more likely that it will happen, though the celerity of it all is frightening.
Did you say the celery of it all?
Celerity?
Oh, yes.
The quickness?
So you don't think there's a chance we could stop it?
It is uncertain. There is always a chance, but it looks murky and bleak. I need more information. I do not have enough.
Well, if you did accompany us, you might be able to get some information, at least as far as dealing with the seahorse situation. She's a guardian of a planar vortex or something like that. I get lost in the details.
Yes, she was a friend of mine, and we had lost touch, and it seems I have moved too slowly. And I cannot abandon my duties. This is my familial, my clan obligation. I am entrusted. It is only me in there. I have companions, but all of my family are entombed behind the waterfall.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
They're still good company.
Yes, I could relate. I have good company in here. Well, hey guys, anybody think of something to ask her that I haven't thought of?
Ask her what the future is for us. Oh, get a divination thing. That's always fun.
Tedra, and understand that I'm not asking this. One of our other members in here would like to know what the future holds for us, if that's something you can tell us. And if it's not, that's totally cool because I don't really want to know. But
Make a persuasion check.
oh. Screw you guys! I rolled a natural 1.
Did you really?
Xander's heart just was
Yeah.
not in it.
That's amazing.
That's still a total of 16, but
Non-effort main manifest.
Okay, so she looks at you and she goes, "You should not know the future. Your hesitation is correct, fair half elf."
Ander. My name's Ander.
And
You may have heard of me? Wait, no, that's Alvin's line.
I do not forget
That
names
is
and
my line.
faces. Ander, in this contraption, and I see your other little beings in there. Who are you all?
We are the Oddlot. We have, we are heroes. Wait, that's Brad's line. Damn it. He's a plagiarist tonight. Yeah, well, there's Soot. He's a tobacco-sling, and there's Snow. He's a kobold, and my. Go ahead.
No, you see Tedra. She gets closer, looking through the porthole, looking for each of you, kind of curiously.
One of my oldest friends, Alvin. He's a gnome. One of our newcomers is Thurkir. He's a lizard man. There's my good buddy, the Goliath Anolo. And there's Tyrael. He's a tiefling. And then there's Brad.
Quite the motley crew you have here. But before I depart, is there anything further?
Anybody?
Tyrael has a question.
Does she know a way to help us survive deeper down?
Yeah, if we have to go deep under the ocean where the pressure is quite bad, is there a way we can survive?
Oh, can you not survive? I mean, it's been no problem for me.
Well, this apparatus has a certain, I don't know, we call it pressure point, breaking point. I think we've been told it's like 900 feet.
Oh, I know very little of this mechanical ways. If you ask me questions about the storm or its magnitude or the swirl of the riptides, I could help you. I cannot help you with that question.
How do we get back around this? Yeah, the whirlpool, like, how bad is that? Like, are we able to get around it, or is that just like, we're sucked right into it?
The whirlpool is quite strong. At the bottom of it is the gate to the plane of water, and a lot of its force is driven from that weakness there. You can try to circumnavigate it, but Zara's domain is down there too.
Wait, who's naming?
Yeah, oh, your water unicorn you are
right,
searching
right.
for. But good luck. I must return back to my station over there. I was in the middle of examining some ruins.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Well, Oddlot, travel safe. And should cases go really unfortunate for you, feel free to find me again.
Oh, well, that is very kind of you, and we may very well take you up on that offer. Thank you, Tedra.
And she swims around and she swims away, her long form disappearing back into the murky emerald green water, and takes its place in front of those giant hands at the base of the cliff. And she looks down and she starts to put her hand. She puts her hands down and you see this this crackle of energy, like a streak of blue and purple just emanating up from her, and it lights her from beneath. Okay, Oddlot, what do you do?
I relate to everybody everything I heard, and so they understand.
So she said the Djinn's country garden thing is beyond the whirlpool?
Yeah. So we'd want to. What'd she say was the weakest part?
Okay, so the Ginny is south,
Mm-hmm.
and the whirlpool is going to the west.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot, west. So the the weakest part is at the very bottom of the whirlpool. That it's where the boundary is so thin. It's basically permeable. It's transmissible. There's stuff that can go back and forth.
So it's not where the whirlpool is weak; it's where the plane's connection is weak.
Yes, at the bottom of the whirlpool.
Well, I'd say our plan continues as it was before. We need to approach this Ginny, this Merid, see if we can enlist its help, and be about our business.
Yeah, I think so.
Brad's for that plan. Yeah.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Ditto.
All right.
Okay.
Alvin sets a course for the south then.
Okay. So as you head south, let me get my notes, details. More of the kelp seems to appear, and large fish are swimming by. As almost you get a sense that this whole water realm is borderline primordial, like it is very old. All things are larger and more obtuse than normal. There is large, slow-moving, like bulbous fish. But even on the bottom, you see a lot of things darting in and out. As you see coral reefs appear, and as you come over this sort of ridge, it opens up to this vast ocean expanse. Why is not the music working? And in the center, you see what appears to be what look like an English country manor, with manicured lawns of kelp, hedgerows all the way, like a rectangular all the way around this large inner courtyard. And in the center is just there is a stately home that is furnished like an English manor house, like just underwater. A lot of the cornices are scalloped seashells. The roof is more like pebbles and has more of the shininess of things that are underwater. But as you approach, what do you do?
Does the mechanical dragon have like a speaker or something? Can we?
Yeah.
Okay. Ander, perhaps you could project a greeting. We could announce our arrival. Would be rude to come in unannounced, would it not?
Wasn't Tyrael supposed to do a thing with this?
What?
Like if like Tyrael had a thing, and if Tyrael doesn't do his thing,
Tyrael?
then yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a thing,
right.
but
Tyrael's
I don't
got
know.
like a code word or something he needs to.
That we don't know. I'm just saying, like it was there were specific
Good catch.
instructions.
That did slip my mind.
Does anybody see a statue or anybody standing by the gate?
Make a perception check. You're not. You're still kind of a ways away.
All of us?
No, just
yeah,
Jet.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so at this point, the distance, you're seeing just a lot of the floral beauty of it. The gardens are coming more into visibility as they are cultured and large, like swaying sea life, whether it's a coral or flowers or they're all in different certain organized spots around the courtyard. Also, as you are getting closer, you see there are bodies. Looks to be humanoids that have a deep green skin. They have legs, but they have webbed hands and feet. They are wearing simple leathers, but their skin is almost scaly, and they have long ears and nice and sharp features. And they seem to be tending to the garden or flitting about, repairing the roof or fixing and cleaning other parts of the manor. And as you approach, you're now roughly 300 feet away, slowly getting closer. Alvin, could you make a stealth check for me?
Hey. Stealth. Sure. Oh, not bad. That's an 18.
Okay. So you're gliding the mechanical dragon in slowly, smoothly, not hitting any of the rocks or the things below you, and you're just descending gently, and the other beings are unaware of your presence.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the range on the mechanical dragon spells larger than they would be if I was casting them?
Which spell?
I was thinking about trying to cast Detect Evil.
Yeah.
A 30-foot range.
Yeah, we can kick it out to 100 feet.
Okay. Hey, guys, I'm gonna blow a couple charges here on casting Detect Evil. Good idea.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're fully stocked on charges.
Yeah,
Like, give us an
Yeah.
idea of what we're moving into.
better safe than dead.
Isn't that kind of like knowing what the future is gonna tell you though? Because you would know what we were gonna run into.
If there's an intercom system, I'm sure it sits off.
There
And
is, and you did.
And I was wondering, if Alvin recognizes these sea creatures.
Yeah, they
Has he
are.
ever seen them before?
They are
obviously water goblins of some sort.
not
Yeah,
water
well,
goblins.
Pointy
I mean,
ears,
like,
green.
I think I know what they are as a player, but I don't want to assume that Alvin knows what.
No, I mean this is fairly common knowledge. They are aquatic elves.
Okay, so they're sea elves. Got it.
Yep.
Cousins, half cousins, on my mother's side.
Mhm.
Twice so that basically that it says if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within apparently 100 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, if there's a place or object within 100 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting pings all over the place. They're fey all over, everywhere. You're getting an idea of just not only the gardeners and the people working on the building, but even inside, you get a sense that there are more working inside in different rooms of the manor, and you also get a sense of an elemental, which is in the center of the manor. It has not been consecrated or desecrated. Neither. And what was it? There's no aberrations, no fiends. What was the other one?
Undead.
And no undead.
Looks pretty good, guys. None of the usual baddies. Just a bunch of fey. It looked like maybe an elemental. Yeah, definitely an elemental.
It would make sense if the Merid was an elemental, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Their gear can talk to it. Trust their gear.
I will not.
Do you speak primordial? You must trust their gear.
I speak the universal language.
Like, wait.
Dance?
Brad knows primordial.
That's primordial.
Yeah, like, remember? Did Brad ever tell you about that time in the ocean when he was a baby? Brad doesn't remember who he's told what. It's been so long.
Oh no.
I haven't heard that story yet, and I would like to. I'm not sure if now is the time.
Brad does speak primordial. In fact, specifically the Aquan, stuff. Yeah.
Fascinating.
I can, it also talk to fish.
Of course.
Kinda.
Like the same
I
way
can
that
charades with
the
them.
same way that one might speak with any animal, or do you have a
Yeah.
specific affinity with sea life?
I mean, no.
Sea turtles.
Oh no, the sea turtles. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Are there any sea turtles in the vicinity?
Make a perception check.
I would love to.
We're just
It's
going
so-
off the deep end now.
Yeah, here we go. Now it's getting odd, Lottie. Let's
Yeah, it was-
see.
Took us long enough.
That's a 17.
Yeah, you see there's two sea turtles that are kind of behind the manor, and they're kind of slowly making a slow arc from back, kind of coming towards you. But they're like...
Mm-hmm. Rock on.
What are we doing?
So suggestions?
The rest
Is
of
there-
you guys here. We should just park and get out, since we can breathe underwater.
Is there like a front gate that we can knock on?
Oh yeah, it's Pearl, but there is definitely a front gate, and there's the hedgerows that are, as you see it get closer, they're easily 10 feet tall. So it's almost like a privacy fence for this guy. And then how close do you want to get before you guys disembark or whatever? Just trying to get an
30
idea
feet.
for.
Do Do we want to get out?
I think
Their
I
gear
think as
might
far
mind
as-
going for a swim.
making gentle introductions, being just ourselves instead of a giant mechanical dragon might go a good way towards a first impression.
You normally don't drive on somebody's front lawn without permission, so
Yeah.
Brad's gonna try to yell over to the turtle.
Okay.
Hey, bro, can you knock on the door for us?
Are you outside or is still within the Mian?
I'm like, I've got my like face pushed up against a piece of glass, like with cupping my
Okay.
hands at like,
Okay. Let's see here.
So
No, the turtle just doesn't even recognize you're even there. It's kind of floating grayish
Oh.
along. You see the one look at the other and kind of smile, and there's this interesting little companionship moment between the two turtles, but they have no awareness of you.
Brad's gonna be like, well, I think those two are dating, but they didn't hear me. So are we getting out?
Should we just drive up to the gate and then knock on it? Because, well, swimming isn't exactly the fastest. And if we need to get back to this thing,
Yes, we should get relatively close, I think. 40, 50 feet maybe.
Okay. So as you bring it down, it's getting closer, and as the ground kind of billows out with its dust as you lower it down, you park the dragon, and as you all approach the airlock, it opens up. You guys exits, and it is a gorgeous sight before you. And the pearly gates before you are shiny. They're rainbow. The walls themselves are not just kelp and seaweed, but they're laced with thorns and other vines. It looks almost like there is other plant life in there that'll reach out and grab. Looks like almost like carnivorous plants, but it's also, and you see fish kind of go in and out, but then immediately get snatched up. And I think that's where we can take a break. Is that okay?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
definitely.
Thank
let's do it with me.
Cool. Yeah, because I saw that in the chat, and I'm like, yeah, that's an okay idea. Hopefully, I can recollect and maybe get my words straight for once. Holy smokes!
You good,
Push
dude?
is hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll be back, everybody, and give us 10-15 minutes or so. So we'll get some snacks, and we'll be back.
Ta-da.
My eyes.
Wrong
Hey,
screen.
we're back.
The screen. Yeah.
Yay, back. Cool. So, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and wasting time with us on a Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. I want to thank Tabletop Audio again for the cool music that they provide. I've been kind of branching out and using new stuff. This one is called Endless Voyage. Haha. But anywho, so let us get back to it. There's my hat.
I actually don't hear any music.
Oh, I'm not playing it yet.
Oh, okay. You said this one, and I'm like, is the Endless Voyage
I
very
was
quiet?
No,
also
there we go.
thinking that. I
You
was
should
like,
have
Ah.
told
I
Brad.
also don't hear music.
What?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't hear the awesome
Oh my
music.
god, that would have been a great joke.
All right, look,
Oh,
that's
no.
called gaslighting, and that's not cool.
Oh
It
man,
is
Or
funny though.
bullying.
Oh.
Or both.
I totally hear it, guys. I don't know why. Why don't you hear it?
Personally, I call it funny.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so as you are stepped out of your dragon submarine, before you see these large, thick, pearly gates. Not the ones confused with the heaven tropes. You're definitely underwater, and there's this a large 10-foot tall living hedge that is both privacy driven, but it looks to be a bit formidable as you notice little snapping plants gobble up different little bits of fish or things floating through the water. You around you don't. That's kind of what you see around. What do you do?
I'd like to use disguise self to make myself not look like I'm wet. I want to look completely dry while we're underwater.
Okay.
Before we went to break, I had texted in that I was going to stay on board. That was mostly just to give me an out. But do you guys want me to stay on board with the communications?
Yes.
Right?
You and Anolo
Okay.
can stay on board.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we shouldn't
Water.
all disembark. That
Convince
makes
him
sense.
that he can do the most protecting from inside the dragon.
Yeah.
He's your thrall. You just told him to do. Okay. So Ander is staying inside for communications benefits. Those of you who have gone outside, the water is cold. It is, and it's kind of shockingly cold. It takes a while for you to get to acclimate, but slowly but surely, mixed. I guess everybody but Thurkir is probably just like, oh my god, why do we do this? And as you're swimming towards the gate, jeez, there is a sort of sense of a calm about the place, and like everything here is purposeful. There is I guess little windows that have been shuttered, but other than that, there is just a large pearl gate in front of you. How do you wish to proceed?
Let's see. Is it the kind of gate with bars, or is it like a solid door?
It's solid door.
Guess I'll knock on the door.
Okay. So you feel a bit of resistance as ding. Yeah, you hear. Don't really hear much, but it's this kind of reverberation and effect. You feel it kind of pulsate through your being as it ripples away from you. Suddenly, the door opens just a little bit, and there is a small, oldish sea elf. Looks up at you with wrinkled skin, short cropped, curled hair that is white, and the long ears that are kind of just bowing at the end just a little bit, and there's this long kind of white beard that goes all the way down almost past his belt, wearing the green leathers, and he holds up like a little lantern and adjusts a little clamshell, and this radiant light beams out in your face, and in the murky dark, it's like kind of like, oh man, it's like someone turned on a flashlight right in your face a bit too bright. And he goes, "Hello. How can I help you?"
Hello there. We were hoping we could maybe speak with Mai.
Oh, you can't even get his name right. Oh, Imai. I don't think so. I think he's preoccupied. So, be on your way. He starts to shut the door.
Hey, Tyrael, what was that stuff we were supposed to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of interrupt the door with my foot.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, excuse me, sir, may I have your ear?
Eh?
Yeah, come
Holds
come
it up
closer.
and he blinds you with the light.
I have to say something to your ear. It's private.
Hey, ooh, okay. And he kind of just leans forward.
And I don't know if the rest of you guys want to deafen. This is supposed to be slightly secret.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely.
Okay.
Oh God.
What
I
is
asked-
it?
I asked for help from Kitten Mittens.
Yes. Ooh. Come. And the door starts to swing open. Everybody. Okay. Like.
Well, that certainly looked like it was entertaining.
Watching
Well,
your
so-
face while doing all of that.
Sorry, guys. It'll be rich later. I promise.
Okay.
And so as you see the old man just kind of turn around and slowly kind of swim towards the manor house. Oh, he's still. This is good. This is. Oh gosh. Come. Yeah, and he's motioned you forward and leads you up towards the manor house. And along the way, he keeps pointing out like different types of sea plants and sea life and fish that are around. He's like, oh yes, there is our arrowfish and the blue trapper, and he's just listing off everything around like he assumes is of interest to you already. So he's totally just going on like almost like giving you this sort of pseudo educational tour as you go up to this lovely sort of English countryside home.
Alvin's like super into it. Like each thing is like, oh, it's so fascinating. Oh yeah, it's a remarkable specimen.
They're
Oh,
here
thank
licking
you.
his lips. Yes, fascinating.
Thank you. Oh, I wouldn't eat them. That's not good. Oh, you could get poisoned if you do that. It's not. You don't want to do that, Sonny.
Yeah.
Sad third gear noises.
Yes. So, and he leads you up to the door, and he knocks in a certain rhythmic pattern. It's like this, and after that, the door opens, kind of on its own, and inside is this opulent, like well furnished, well decorated, almost museum-esque inside home. I mean, tall ceilings. There are urns. There are giant clamshells that are kind of half cracked that are in the shape of a fountain. There is as you bring into this, and he brings you through the entryway. Because don't mind the change in pressure. It takes a bit of getting used to, and it's okay. And you see him kind of glide in, and immediately goes poof, and hits the ground on his feet. And he kind of shakes off all the water, and you see inside it's dry. So, and he goes, "Oh, you come." As you guys emerge one by one, you pass through this membrane, and you go inside to the home, and you are in a dry, country manorish space. There's pillars around you are covered with different kinds of rope-like seaweed or kelp that looks not like it belongs to this plane, but looks more supple, more verdant. And also along there's different specimens contained in large glass containers, and these are different land-based animals. Sometimes you'll see scorpions and tarantulas, and a kind of section for arachnids and those and scorpions and insectoids. But then over there you see cages on the right-hand side of tigers, bears, other kind of menagerie-esque animals. And the smell of the place is just kind of overwhelming. It's a mixture of some very powerful incense and animal musk. Yeah. So, and your guy looks around. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name is Ademil, and I'm the guy who. I'm not the caretaker. I don't know if that's probably not the best word for me, but I've been around the longest. Yes. Anyway, you. Why don't you stay here and I will see if Imai. He's still giggling over, and he looks over at Tyrael some more. Hey, you, Sonny. If Imai is ready to take a break, so please don't make yourselves at home. Just feel free to look around, but please don't touch things, okay? And he kind of shuffles off back into a different room. He goes down a set of stairs to a larger courtyard, and then passes through an archway and disappears behind it. So it looks like to be clear about this, there is this archway, and then behind it looks like there's more gardens. But when he passes through the archway, he just disappears, like it's an image or a hologram.
Okay, cool. So you said the tigers are in cages, but the other stuff that's around, the scorpions and whatnot, are they just like sort of wandering around, or?
They are in elevated glass containers.
Okay, they
like
are in
aquariums
glass
kind of
containers.
things.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get the picture a little more solid in my head.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it waits until it looks like. Well, first off, when it comes through, he still looks completely dry as he emerges, but there's definitely like water seeping off onto him onto the floor. But like he waits until like it looks like everybody else has kind of like started to dry off and started to get a little more comfortable, and then he just does a full like shakedown, and just like water everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Other folks?
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
As for the water that's dripping off of everyone, I'm just going to be using shape water to kind of flow it back out into the actual
Cleaning.
Yeah. I'm gonna druid craft some like gusts of wind, a little like magical blow dryer.
Okay.
Andrew, come here, your hair.
No, Anders still
Andrew's
back in the.
back on the thing. Oh, sorry, that would have been a fun bit.
Okay.
Then just kind of wander around and check out the exhibits.
Okay. Anything in particular?
Let's go with the cage stuff, like the tigers and.
Okay. So as you are looking at the tiger, you're familiar with the idea of a tiger. This one seems pretty docile. It's kind of reclined on the ground, paws kicked out, and it's typical tiger colorings. But then he yawns, and you see it's got 3 layers of fangs. And he closes his mouth and like looks around, and his ears are there's 2 sets of ears there. So there's something that is peculiar and unique about this particular tiger, and those kinds of things. The bears. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Alvin, come here, take a look at this.
Oh my! Never seen that before. It's got.
Actually, if you guys want to make a perception check, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Their gear would sneak up behind them and look in.
Okay.
This is a well-stocked kitchen. Although I don't like how they take the sport out of it.
Sure.
14.
Okay.
I got
3?
a really slow animated virtual die roll.
Okay.
Wait.
It's an 11.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking around, you're noticing that some of these creatures are almost hybrid. There's peculiarities to them that obviously shown by the tiger, but the bear seems to have like feathers in certain parts tucked away under its fur. And Thurkir you, with your keen sense of smell, particularly with a tiger, you're getting a smell of like something aquatic, like like this tiger thing has been crossbred or merged somehow with a predatory fish, like a shark of some fashion. Oh, and same like with the bears, you're getting smells of eagle or other predatory bird. So a lot of these cage specimens are on the outside looks to be typical wild animal, but there's something else going on there. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to pick up on that one. Sorry. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, my joke, my tiger shark joke. Anyway, the you guys hear coming from the garden area pipes, almost like a calliope. Then you hear these kind of drums, you know, those kinds of things, and emerging from the image before you is a train of musicians and dancing girls and other interesting kind of showing thing. There's a sword dancer. There's a guy who breathes flames out underwater and all these other kinds of stuff, and they all form this kind of half circle. And then you see him carried in on a golden shell throne is Imai the Ancient, and he is a large fish like straight up just fish looking person. Thin lips, looks like a trout that's been soaked in water too long. Like he's got these catfishy kind of whiskery things go off him. He's bulbous. I mean, he is. I mean, rotund is probably the best way to describe him. He is fat, and he's wrinkly, and you can see his scales are sagging, and his like you can see like this purple under his eyes as his fishy eyes look out at you, and when he speaks, just bubbles start emerging. And the only person who understands him, I think, is Brad.
Whoa! All right, sorry.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Interesting.
Hold on.
We are all sea turtles.
We've
Oh,
entered
boy.
the Brad zone.
Hey guys, everyone all right in there?
Oh yeah, I can actually also speak back through to Anolo too, and keep you like up to date on what's going on, like in my head.
Your messages are just gonna leave them more worried. The way
Mhm.
Sid does that.
That's what's gonna happen, and that's the yeah.
Oh, there's wild animals in here. Oh, they're really weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, so many
Yeah,
teeth.
That's the kind of updates you've been getting.
Oh boy, look at the teeth on that one. Wow.
Right. So yeah, here we are with Brad.
Oh,
The
Third Gear knows
bubbles-
it too. But we're
No,
both. What's
it's-
your primordial?
It's Aquan.
Oh, it's Aquan.
Aquan.
Ah,
Aquan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn,
Sorry.
where's Aquaman when
I-
you need him?
I earnestly never thought this would ever be useful, guys. So cool.
Yeah, so like, when you were talking about like the language you spoke, I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Because I totally forgot, or I don't know if I knew this. So here we are, and you see bubbles emerge from his lips, and it sounds like, I mean, his lips are going, man, like making a kind of slapping sound. But what Brad hears is this. Hey, welcome, friends. I am Imai the Ancient. And it's from Adamil says that one of my colleagues, one of my trinkets has passed along a message. How can I be of service?
Ooh. Brad like looks around at everyone like not realizing they can't understand it. And they're like, and he's just like, yeah, kind of like nodding at everyone. And there's a moment of silence, and Brad kind of looks at him and he's like, blub 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 kind of back. So he'll just be like, "Whoa, it's like such a super honor to be in your presence, bro." And then he's gonna like gesture over at Tyrael and be like, "Tyrael's the one that got the sweet hookup with your friend. Do you like know common, or like should I be like the interpreter? I can like totally try to do that."
First, let's have tea. And he gestures and he claps, and suddenly, like all these little elves just scatter, and they and trays of
Brad's just
tea
gonna turn around
kettles,
and be
teapots.
like, "We're having tea, bros. He's nice. This is chill." We're having tea.
And I have discovered these are called crumpets. And then he's like, and more people are just going back and forth, and they're bringing all kinds of different foods. This is a fancy cheese known as Smee. And like he's going off and there's listing all kinds of weird things. Please eat the dates and the figs and the pistachios and everything. Please, please, please eat.
Now, are we underwater still at this point?
Well,
Like,
you're
are the
in the
crumpets
manor.
soggy?
There is no. I mean,
Okay,
it's
good.
There's
dry
the air
within
bubble
here.
inside the
Okay. Oh, that's right.
arena.
That's right. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Like all the blubbing, but they were right. We're just like.
Alan's like, well,
yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
rude not to, and he starts grabbing
Yeah.
some figs and some pistachios.
Snow, wide-eyed and concerned about everything happening, all of a sudden not understanding anything. He bows politely and then follows suit.
Yeah, Brad's gonna be like, yeah, that's me. He points at the
Alvin
cheese
speaks
and
the
he's like,
universal
"Crumpets."
language of high tea. It's like, oh yes, tea, tiny cakes, crumpets, fantastic.
If there's any meat, I'll eat it. Other than that, I'm gonna pick around everything. There'll be like piles of food.
There is there is quite a bit of different variety of meat. There is land-based mammals. There's deer. There's elk. There is a tray of boar coming through, and you see like this spitted boar coming through, not with an apple. That's got like corn in its mouth for some reason, and it's and as well as a variety of underwater specimens. Like there's a tray of eel that looks like it's been cooked and stuffed. And there are different kinds of other fishes that are some have the bone in them, some are just like fillets. There's all kinds of meat there for you to dive in on. So is there something you're looking for in particular, Thurkir?
Just anything I've never tried. So actually, probably more the aquatic fare would be interesting.
Okay. So you take a bit of like the eel, and one of the servers like, oh yes, this is crab, and you're like, it's in your mouth, it's gone. and
Shall.
And he's like, oh, here, and he gives you the tray, and like some of the things are still kind of moving very slowly.
These sea bugs are excellent. Sea spiders.
Aha! Yes, Imai knows how to entertain. Yes, so please, eat, be merry, and so. What brings you to my vacation home?
This is in common, or is Brad translating?
Translating. He doesn't know common.
Okay. Oh, cool! Wow, what would have happened if Brad wasn't here, you guys? My goodness.
So
We would have had really awkward tea time. Is what would have happened.
Yeah.
And I swear I did not know Brad spoke Aquan. I did not know this.
I will hold this up to the conspiracies, but
I was gonna say, if Brad didn't know common, Matt could have been spared another goofy voice.
That's true. But Brad knows how to do Aquan, so
Okay.
what brought us here, guys?
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself just to help speed things along, and I will ask Brad to tell Imai if oh god. And well, to tell Imai that thank you for hosting us, and if he would honor Zane's request to help get us a way to go deeper safely, I guess. I'm wording this poorly.
Oh God. So like my sorcerer monk friend over here like he wants to go deep, like real deep. And like we were hoping you could like help us because we're like not meant, we're like for the surface, you know, we don't do deep. And we're on it like we're
You
on,
don't
like,
do deep, huh?
no, bro, I could do pretty deep, like, but these other guys are super lightweights, right? Cause like, but anyhow.
They look like lightweights. I will show them deep, and he kind of like spills over his chair a little bit, and he kind of stands on his two little pilly legs, deep, and he sits back down.
And Brad would be like, so like, we're pretty sure there's like a zombie unicorn in the ocean here in this water, and like it's sort of a thing. It's like a quest, like a hero's quest.
Hey, zombie unicorn. I must have it. Bring it to me.
Uh-oh.
Sweet, yeah. We could try, maybe. Oh, guys, he wants the unicorn.
Fakir already called the horn. He gave away his last unicorn horn. This one's his.
It's like, yay.
Brad, when you
What about
say
the-
that he wants the unicorn, what exactly did he say?
He wants it. Brad doesn't remember exactly what he said. It's hard. Like translating is really hard, guys. Oh my god. This is.
I'm sorry that we've had to tax you in such a way, Brad.
Well, it would be nice to not have to do that with the unicorn. I mean, we kind of wanted to lay it to rest. Ask him if he would maybe be more interested in the horrible Suhuagan god thing, or maybe a piece of it.
Oh yeah, bro. He's gonna. That's like in Aquan, bro.
So the rest of us are hearing just blub 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 blub
Yeah,
blub
yeah,
blub blub.
very exuberant blubs. Bro. Like the unicorn is like actually super gotta die, but whoa, is there like something way cooler? Because it's the thing that I think turned it into this. It's like a undersea creature.
Is that I have the entire menagerie of the sea at my disposal. I mean, as they say, I don't need another sea creature.
Guys, he says he doesn't need another sea creature, but like, sell me on it. Quick.
Boom.
Give me some like selling points.
Illusion of paper cutout of the thing I saw.
Okay. As it pops
Yes.
up and
Behold. Yes.
This does not look like a sea creature. Interesting. It looks dangerous. I must have it. Bring it to me.
We would like need your assistance, bro, with that whole like going deep thing. But we would happily bring that to you if we can incapacitate it.
Well, you are the heroes, and I have given you plenty of food for your sustenance. You should be able to handle this,
Like,
especially if you are Zane's bequest or Zane. He does not choose people unwisely.
Yeah, no, we're like super worthy, but like seriously, underwater quests, like do you have like anything that could help us ensure that not, cause like you know how when like adventurers get desperate and they like slay the dragon instead of like capture it, we like totally don't want to be in that situation with you. I mean, not with you, but like with the thing you want with that sea creature. Like, if we have the upper hand, it's much more likely we won't have to like kill it, and then you'd have it like alive and stuff.
So he stands up and he comes back down and he's kind of slowly glides over to you, and he comes up and just slaps you clean on the back. Ha ha! You make a good joke. No. You will not kill it. You will bring it to me. And that is the deal. If you wish to have any assistance.
Hey, bros, guys, blah, blah, blah. 1 second. Let me just, catch my team up. Bros, like, he's like, if we want any of his help, we totes have to bring back that thing alive. Not the dead unicorn, because it's, like, dead, but, like, the alive thing that we wanted to, yeah, we gotta bring it back alive.
Maybe it'll want to come back.
Sure. Yeah, of course we could do that. I'm sure that won't be wildly dangerous and a terrible idea. But he said he'll help.
Right. See, that hasn't like said how yet. Do you want me to find that out? Ooh.
Yeah, assuming we can defeat it, I mean, we could probably drag it back to him.
Or bring me the unicorn. I have a new place in my my back room that needs a centerpiece, a good talking point.
Sweet. A good talking point. Yeah, good talking point. Definitely not the unicorn. Yeah, nope, not the unicorn. Not a good talking point. We'll, so about the help, bro. What kind of help can we count on you for? Finger gun.
Well, you need to go deep. Protection from deepness.
Like, and we need to like be able to capture this creature. So like, I don't know if you have like special manacles or like a jar we could suck it into or something.
Oh, nothing I'm willing to give you. Oh, that's part of my collection. No. Nice try, small one. Besides, I must preserve my intentions and my collection because it's mine, and I would be remiss if I lost any section of it. That would lose my my fans would be upset by that. And anyway, but I can probably offer you something so you do not get crushed by the pressure of going underwater.
Sweet.
And like he's got these long silken robes, and he reaches in and he's like starts to pull out something from his robe, and it looks to be like a little worm.
Great. Worms.
Yes.
Cool.
These, and he kind of stretches it out. Oh, I will give this. Zane has used this before on his underwater expeditions. Yes, you push it into your ear, and it will prevent you from being smushed by pressure. I forget how fragile you beings are.
Yeah. Oh, and like you have enough of those for everybody?
Oh, yes.
Whoa! Sweet, let me tell them. So I'm like, bros! Oh my god, poor Brad. Bros, we're gonna get earworms! And they're gonna like, do something, and like we won't get smushed underwater. Is that cool? In exchange, or should like what help? I don't know. Brad's not good at this.
So Anders not here to say it, so someone has to. Is he offering us payment to bring him this monster?
We're like, wait, actually, Brad's kind of confused about why we're even here. We were told to come here for help, right? Not for like a job, right?
Well, yeah, for help to not be crushed by the incredible pressure of the deepest parts of the ocean.
Well,
so really,
sweet.
bringing him the monster is sort of a bit extra.
Like, that's like us paying for these earworms. Like, in exchange for, you know, We don't get crushed. He gets a giant, like, crazy dinosaur thing.
It sounds gross. But does he have a way to make the big mechanical dragon not be crushed? Because we're going to be in that.
Good thought. I, like, totally forgot we even had that for a minute. Like, I got out of it, and, like, my brain just went, like, whoa. All right, hold on. They're like super down with that, except they're concerned about like our ride. Like we got this sweet ride, and we sort of want to be able to take it with us.
Well, then take it by all means. And he's like, as he's talking, like bits of like cracker and cheese and sardines are like falling out of his mouth.
Brad's gonna like put together a couple different like odds and ends from the table, like put it on like on a cracker and like with some sort of like sweet jam and something else, and like be like, bro, try this combo, it's super good. And he's gonna hand it to the guy, and also be like, well, like we want it'll eventually also like totes get crushed by the pressure. Is there like a earworm for like machines you've got?
Hold on, I just need to step away for a quick second. I gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back. He's just losing his mind.
Yeah, no worries.
Do not has the dog poop on the floor.
Yeah. To the stream, Soot and Anolo and Ander are having a back and forth conversation that is going very poorly.
Okay.
We're getting paid in earworms? Is that what Soot told him? I'm catching up on this too. I wasn't looking at this. We're getting paid in earworms.
It is pretty entertaining.
Also not entirely wrong.
No, not entirely wrong.
So as Imai looks down, he starts putting more of just random stuff, just globs of stuff in his mouth, and then he pauses and he puts his hands together, brings it up to his mouth. I am not one for having devices for mechanical nature. I'm more of a living thing collector. However, I would have to examine the device and consult with my archivist. I make no promises.
Sweet. Super appreciated, bro.
Who would like the belly dance?
Sweet! Brad is so down for it, guys! Belly dance! Hey!
Well,
He wants
that
us
does
to belly
sound
dance?
phenomenal, but again, since Andrew's not here, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but does he have any, like, treasure or magic items he's planning on giving us in exchange for this very dangerous undertaking we're about to undertake on his behalf? It's not every day one, captures a living god.
So totes, Brad totally left out this part, that, my friend that you just saw moving his lips, he just brought up, which is this, like, crazy underwater, like, thing. He's actually kind of like a living god. So, like, it's super duper rare and cool, and, they're sort of bringing up the idea that these, like, earworms may not be, like, totally of equal value to this prize that we would be bringing you, and they were wondering if you had anything to put up to, like, even the deal.
Oh, this is deal. This is me helping you with earworms. I mean, if you did not know Zane, you would not even be in my house. You would not be eating my food, drinking my tea.
It is really good tea, bro. Like,
I know, it's jasmine. I like it.
Yeah, it's floral. It's bouquet is like.
Bouquet. That's a good word. I like. That's my favorite word. Brad, you are a bouquet.
You too, bro. We're all sea turtles. But like, so So that's like a no, like a hard no on like any negotiation for like I don't know if you have magical.
Unless you become my slaves.
Oh, sweet! You know what? I'll bring that up on the 1 second. Yo, Alvin. You want to be like a slave? Because he said like if you become like a slave, like he's totes cool with like giving you special stuff.
No. Hard no.
Anybody? Like so like let Brad tell them what Brad just said like in the ship. And also let them know that we might be out there to like take a look at it with this bro in a minute.
Yeah. We could get like all kinds of treasure if there was if we were like there's his slaves. That's what he says.
Right. So I'm gonna go with I'm not gonna even consult my buddy Andrew and just say that's a hard no.
Yeah, Adolo doesn't want to do that.
Sweet. Well, I just wanted to like extend that to everybody. Tyrael is also hearing all of this whole conversation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as you're looking around, more of the sea elves are coming by with more trays and waves of food. The musicians are coming out. The music is changing to something a bit more jaunty. And the lighting is now changed as people are coming forward with different colored torches, almost like this purple and blue and green, almost bioluminescent kind of thing. They're and Imai's like, oh good, it is showtime. Please, you must sit. Come up here. I mean, you are honored guest. Come up on my throne and sit with me.
Everybody up on his throne. It's cool. We're not his slaves. He wants us to all like sit with him and watch the show.
And he points to, he's like, he wants you all to sit like right in front of him. And he puts his arms, like his big, fishy, overweight arms all around all of you. He's like, yes, friends, okay, good, guests, friends, food, eat. This is good, and you feel like the slimy residue drip all over your shoulders.
Sam's having the time of his life. This is the best.
Snow's going to be very polite about all of this, but as soon as we get back out into the water.
Okay. And you see, like, he sweeps with a grand gesture, and you see his fingernails are just like weirdly long, like they haven't been clipped in ages. and before you there is a sequence of dances, and first there is a sea elf. A very fine-looking sea elf woman who comes out and starts doing a fan dance, and she has these two fans waving back and forth, moving slowly, gracefully, and then as she departs, a guy flips in, and he is an exquisite human muscled specimen, and he goes and he's like blowing fire, and then he eats it, and then he spits it all on the ground, like he's like on the ground like a dragon. And you see a menagerie of more people. I guess that's the wrong word. More races from the top side come through. There are tiefling knife jugglers. There are other sword dancers and sword swallowers that are half elves and gnomes, and all kinds of people are here and they perform for you. And Imai's like, see, being a slave for Imai is not so bad. Come. And he claps, and everyone kind of departs, but tea is still being served.
So, want to check out our ride?
Do I? So, please show me.
Guys, grab your last handful of tasty things. We're gonna go out and show him the thing so he can see if he can pressure proof it.
Tyrael, do you still have that bag of holding?
Yeah, that's fine.
Brad, could you ask our host if it's all right if we take some of the food with us for our friends who are aboard the ship and weren't privy to his great hospitality?
Right.
So it has like already put some in his bag, like,
Like
but
just
it's
little
all mashed
handfuls
in
of
there.
stuff. Just
Yeah,
like, oh, he just mashed. Oh, gross.
yeah.
Lovely.
It's very soot.
We've got like other members of the team are actually in the ship. They're eager to meet you, bro. But also, is it okay if we like bring out some of this tasty food that they had to miss out on?
Oh, please, yes, help yourself. There's plenty to go around.
Brad gives Alvin the thumbs up.
All right,
So-
cereal, if you don't mind.
So as his large Piscean body floats forward, kind of wobbles, and then he passes through that envelope, and he just that membrane, and he just lifts gracefully off back in his natural habitat of the ocean, and he moves very easily out past the courtyard as you guys are starting to follow. The gates open before him, and he sees it, and yes, exquisite. I must see it closer, and he gets really close, and he starts to really look at the craftsmanship of the dragon. Ooh, this is not anything I've ever seen. I have heard of dragons, but not been even this close to one. And he starts looking at the claws and all the portholes and all this kind of. He circles around the whole thing, and he floats up on top and kind of rests on the back between the wings. Looks down at you, and you're all looking up at him. He goes, "This would make a fine addition to my collection. I can promise you immense help in exchange for this."
Yeah, I saw this.
And he
coming a
holds
mile
out
away.
what appears to be a lamp.
Well, what's that do, bro? It's a lamp.
Oh, this is nothing, and he throws it over his shoulder. Yeah.
Okay.
Jokes. He pulls out, holds up a little like a seashell that's shaped into like, and it's scaled on both sides, and he lets it loose, and it kind of spins in the air. It's got this pinkish swirling energy in it, and around where it's seamed together is a faint blue aura. This is wishes.
Like,
And then he pulls it back and puts it back into his.
wishes.
Oh, wait, we're losing. I missed
No.
some of that.
Oh, he's got wishes. He said. Are we still losing internet? Calvin, you okay?
No, we're not
Stream
dropping any
is-
frames or
No,
anything.
it's
But
not
I
us?
was,
Oh.
We
Powers was glitching on my side really
Oh,
badly,
yeah?
so I didn't
Oh,
hear
yeah.
any of
Oh,
that. Neither
oh.
did the stream.
His music is.
No. Okay, so he holds
I
up
heard most of it.
what appears to be like a little clamshell-looking coin, scalloped on both sides, and as he retracts his hand, it floats and spins in the air. It's got a pink glow, and where there's a light blue halo-ish kind of thing. He goes, "This is wishes."
I think we got all that.
So like, whoa.
Yes.
So, bros, that really pretty shell coin thing that just hovered for a second. That's wishes, bros. Give us
So he
wishes.
does want to reward us with wishes for
for-
bringing him the god.
If we give him the ship,
What?
he'll give us wishes.
We can't do that. I mean, I think it kind of still technically belongs to me, Han.
Can't we wish for another ship?
Brad doesn't understand wishes that well. Like they're actual, like legit magic, right?
I don't believe that this ship is ours to bargain or trade with.
Mm.
It is, to the best of my knowledge, the only vessel of its kind on this plane or any other.
That's like totally why he wants it, I think, bro. I like actually didn't
This
even say
man-
that to him.
Fish thing is a terrible negotiator, but a lovely host. Gosh, that tea was so good.
Yeah, it's super jasmine.
I
It's good.
know, right?
Yeah, lovely bouquet. But anyhow, right? So that's like a hard no for the wishes.
Tell him politely that we'll have to decline that offer for now. I mean, we don't want to upset him.
Again, stress the fact that it is not ours to trade or give away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and we do have to get where we're going first with it.
And remind him that we do need this thing to stay in one piece at the deepest part of the oceans to get him his big sea god thing.
Yeah.
Did-
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
wait,
Got it.
Didn't
Right.
I could be misremembering this, but did the unicorn, the air unicorn, say something about, like, her magic was not going to be good enough to bring the other unicorn back?
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, she
Right.
said that
Nothing
it's,
was. Unicorns were
that there's
special.
no force that's going to bring this undead unicorn back.
What about a wish?
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I think a wish would bring back a unicorn, an undead unicorn?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, 17.
Given the parameters of what you know about the wish spell and its rarity, it's not outside of the realm of possibility.
Okay. I'm going to talk into everybody's minds, because we're like right around the dragon, so I'm within 30 feet. I just want to just to let you guys know, like, I think there might be a possibility that if we did take a wish, we could use that to maybe bring the unicorn back to life. Maybe.
So, like, what if we say, like, look, bro, we need to go use this to get stuff, to get the thing he wants, the sea creature. And we need, like, special magic to keep the machine alive and okay. But then, like, when we get back, if it's okay with the dragon who made it, I think we should, like, send him a message and just ask, 'cause that seems like super polite.
Oh, you should not be giving away things that you do not have right to. Well, I guess this offer is off the table. Perhaps you guys, everybody, spend the evening. Come back in. We will set you up with a room and a bed. You do sleep in beds, I presume.
Beds are nice, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Come. So you will spend a night in Imai's house. You will luxuriate. I will treat you to and other things, and perhaps in the morning we can discuss more of what you are willing to offer me.
Sweet. Bros, more negotiations in the morning. Maybe we can reach out to, like, Meehan as well. Like, so, bro, you think you could do that maybe? And just check what his expectations are for this machine?
Okay. So as you all... Go ahead.
Does this thing have a lock on it? Like, is there a way we can secure this? Because I don't 100% trust this guy kind of eavesdropping on this much of the conversation, since I didn't see him inside or anything. I'm just like, oh, he wants the one thing that's keeping us alive down here.
No, it's lockable. Yeah.
I don't know. Anella,
As you get...
well, let me. Soot. You hear me? Do you think it's safe for us to come in with you?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. He's really nice.
He thinks it's a good idea, Andrew. Sut thinks it's a good idea. Can you put Alvin on?
Totally can't. Well, I mean, wait, the telepathy of
Oh
it.
yeah, I had that ability.
Yeah, you're in the.
Yeah, you can do that.
You're in the comm center.
So Alvin,
Yes.
what's your read on this guy? Should we leave the dragon unattended while we sleep in his castle, or are we gonna wind up locked up and the dragon is his?
He seems honorable, although he does have a powerful sense of acquisition. He has only offered things for trade. He doesn't seem the sort who would just take something. But having said that, it would probably be best if Zarek were to stay aboard the dragon, because this man has quite the menagerie and is eager to add to it, and I didn't notice any aberrations in there, and I feel like he might want to add one to his collection.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Zarek,
Yes.
we need you to guard the dragon overnight and to keep a low profile from that dude outside. He's a bit of a collector, and we don't want you to catch his eye with all of your eyes, if you catch my meaning.
I see.
Yes, you do.
It is my duty to protect the ship, and I will do my best to keep a low. He kind of sinks down a little bit. Profile.
You're a good friend and a good companion.
Thank you, Ander. It's nice to hear you say that. Okay.
I guess we'll enter.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm speaking for Nolo, but yeah.
So as you guys exit the ship, you see this little eyeball look up through the airlock and just kind of blink as you guys look around a little bit, and it retracts all the way back down. Yeah, it's clearly Zarek just trying to look around, make sure everything's okay. And Imai leads you back out through the gates, back through the courtyard, and he too has this propensity to point out interesting little things in his collection that he's very proud of. Things that Adamil didn't. He sort of points out the architecture, and like he gives like a brief history of where it came from in the plane of water, the certain kind of all this kind of stuff. And before he goes through the main house, he goes, and nobody in my kin or my family, my neighbors, or my relatives, nobody has any of this stuff, and it's all here. It's mine. He just kind of smirks to himself, and he's like, come, and he brings you back in. And he claps, and the attendant's there, and you see him talking to the rest of his attendants, and suddenly you all are picked up by two people, and you're escorted to various rooms that are through this. In each different wings, you kind of four of you go off to the east, and four you go to the west, and you are set up in this kind of lavish room with draped beds and posts. I mean, they're large. They're very nice rooms altogether, and you all are outfitted with robes and silks and slippers and all kinds of amazing comforts, and even as Imai goes around each of your rooms to make sure one last thing before he bids you goodnight. He goes, "Oh yes, so here," and he opens up a box, and inside there are pipes. exquisitely crafted, long. He goes, these are from the plane of fire. Haha! Please partake of the tobacco and relax and luxuriate. And he goes to each of you and offers it to you. If you take it, that's up to you, but it's up to you. It's your choice.
Oh yeah.
I will.
100%.
Okay.
What is it?
So as you
Sid does it, but like
Their
he's also
gear
like,
does not.
he's like starts coughing and and puts the thing down and goes back to his pipe.
Okay. And as you inhale, you see that each of the pipes themselves are a different face. Some look like giants, some look like dragons, some look like different kinds of deities in those pantheons, based upon what you guys remember. And as you breathe it in, it's all very smooth and relaxing, and it is almost a head rush. And you relax, and you drift off to sleep. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Finally, someplace swanky.
Yes, I know, right?
I think some of us are like, oh yeah, it's about time.
About time we had a place that corresponds with our status.
Okay. Yeah. It's. I guess that's hopefully a little bit of luxury is nice for everybody.
Yeah.
Snow is going to take a mental note of all this stuff for future possible endeavors.
Fair enough. Yeah. So that's it, I guess, for the evening. So thank everybody for hanging out and goofing around with us and listening to our weird little story and all my silly voices. And Brad the translator. Kudos to Brad.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, bros.
That was
That-
I
really-
tried so hard.
The
That
one
was
and
awesome.
only speaker of Aquan, which I did not plan for, but that's good. Here we are.
So would we have to have been dealing with the old sea elf instead because he understands common? Would he have had to have been the translator?
Yeah,
Or-
Adamio would have been a translator.
Okay.
I thought you guys had tongues, or you could have used, I think, as parts of the dragon,
Oh,
the
okay.
submersible.
Oh yeah, we
but-
could have kept that. Darn it.
Yeah, so
Alright.
there was ways that
Right.
it could have been
Sure,
done,
sure.
but
Okay.
yeah,
I
this
was
was
just sort of
the
curious.
most fun and most direct. I get to be like, you know,
Oh, I love that voice.
My God.
Yeah.
what?
I'll show you my notes afterwards. I'll show you how far back we go.
Okay. Well, let's say but the internet. Good night, internet. Good night, everybody. Thanks for
Internet.
watching.
Good night,
Yeah,
guys.
good
Thanks
night.
for joining us.
Yeah, and be safe, stay well. We'll see you guys next. Well, hopefully Wednesday is Hunters.
Wednesday
Ether Flux.
is Aetherflux Hunters, and I'm running that.
Yes.
And we have Rid and Trombley, and
Josh is
Josh
not
is
present.
here right now. And then two newer guys, friends of mine from back in the day.
Sweet. Sweet. Then after that, we're back to Oddlot Mondays, and yeah. So yeah, take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Later, dude.